Okay. So guys, we were streaming and we were interrupted. We had to change location. Well, I had to change location. So I anticipate that my students are going to rejoin on YouTube, as well as ones who are watching on Facebook. So guys, I'm going to give you a couple minutes to join. And what I'm going to do in the meantime, I'm going to put up a quantitative reasoning question on screen, and I'm going to see how you do. I'm going to just let everybody know that I'm back on YouTube streaming. Guys, if you know somebody who is taking the exam, please let them know that they should join us at 6 o'clock every day. We go from 6 to 7, and we're just going through past paper questions, ability type questions, questions from my workbook, questions that, you know, the ministry normally gives, you know, so all the areas that they pull from, the analogies, the classification, the artificial language, quantitative reasoning, all of that, guys, we are going to go over. All right, so I'm going to put this question up on screen and just send out a note to everybody that we're back live. Guys, if you're on, just post in your groups that we are live so that they can join us. So guys, let me put this question up. All right, guys. So it says during summer, a car cannot be driven without. Let me see how you treat that. During summer, a car cannot be driven without. All right, guys, let me see how that works. During summer, a car cannot be driven without. All right, so what's the answer for that, guys? What is it that you can't drive your car without? Guys, remember to just share your like and share the live, and also remember to tell your friends that we're on. Okay, so during summer, a car cannot be driven without. Guys, this, you see, this one, I thought that you guys were going to get caught, and some of you have gotten caught. All right, so guys, this question is asking you about summer, but you know what I need you to do? Ignore the word summer. It says during summer, a car cannot be driven without. So you're going to think, oh, in summer it is hot, so you can't drive the car without air conditioning. No, guys, no. Remember, essential part means that the car or whatever we're talking about absolutely needs it, right? So what is it that you must have in order for your car to drive? During summer, during winter, during any time? Wheels. So not air conditioning, guys. So if you chose air conditioning, that's what I thought you would choose. That's not it. Okay. So guys, remember, when you're thinking about essential part, you're thinking about what it is that you can't do without, what is a must, what you must have. Right, guys? So yeah, it is wheels. All right. Good job. Okay, a number of you chose wheels, though, in all fairness. So we have wheels, air conditioning, trunk, wipers. All right, so you have to have wheels. All right, let's pull another question, guys. Let's pull another question. So let's see. Let's pull a question that you could get. All right, here's another one, guys. And guys, we're pulling from this workbook. Let me show you. We're pulling from this workbook, guys, this one. Right? We're using from this workbook. And I'm just using the questions that will typically come on the exam, right? So I'm not looking at the questions that are just there to help you to learn how to think. I'm pulling the questions that you typically get tested on. All right, so we're looking at this question. It says, all girls must have, you have mothers, uncles, brothers, sisters. What is it that all girls must have? Another essential part. All girls must have mothers, uncles, brothers, sisters. All right, guys, all of you got this one. Yeah, all of you. Right. So it is mothers, right? The answer for this one is mothers. You must have mothers. You don't have to have uncles because maybe your mother didn't have a brother. You don't have to have brothers. You don't have to have sisters, but you must have a mother. All right. So that is for this essential part, the answer to this one is mothers. All right, let's look at another one, guys. All right, guys, this is another quantitative reasoning question, and you're going to get a question similar to this. All right, it says, oh, guys, remember, this book is interactive, so when you click on it, it will actually mark the answer. All right, so guys, let's read the question. It says there's an equal number of Toyota, Honda, and Nissan cars on the highway. How many cars could be on the highway? All right. So we have an equal number of Toyota, Honda, and Nissan car on the highway. And how many cars could be on the highway? Now, guys, this is a good reasoning question, right? So you have an equal number of 3 cars, right? So the cars that could be on the highway, when you divide that number by 3, you should get an equal number, right? It should divide evenly by 3, right? Because it's an equal number of each, right? And you have 3 types of cars. So we're going to look at the answer, and we're going to see if when we divide the number by 3, we don't have a remainder. That's going to be our answer. And guys, you guys are ready because everybody is saying 3 into 21 is 7. So it is 21. Yeah, Anna is saying, Deloitte is saying 21. Yeah, guys, everybody said 21. Good job. Good job, guys. You are geniuses. Good job. So yeah, that's the answer for that particular question. Guys, you are going to, I'm not so sure, but every now and again they throw in a fill in the blank question. But let's look at this one. Let's look at this fill in the blank question and see. Guys, for this particular question, you are going to see which 2 words would fill the blanks and make absolute sense, right? So what you're going to do, guys, you're going to go through the answer choices and you're going to substitute them in the statement and see which ones make sense, which one make the question make sense, all right? So it says, we could dash believe that Henry scored the winning goal. It was so dash. All right. So let's look at this. Let's start with B. We could mistakenly believe that Henry scored the winning goal. It was so expected. That makes no sense. We could mistakenly believe that Henry scored the winning goal. It was so expected. No. We could absolutely believe that Henry scored the winning goal. It was so unanticipated. No, if you absolutely believe something, couldn't be unanticipated. We could barely believe that Henry scored the winning goal. It was so anticipated. So if you were anticipating it, then barely couldn't be the answer. So guys, look at A. We could hardly believe that Henry scored the winning goal. It was so unexpected. Now, these 2 guys, when you put them together in the sentence makes sense. So you could hardly believe it because it was so unexpected. So what that is saying is, guys, is that you didn't expect it from him. You weren't looking for Henry to score the goal. So when he did, that was just something that you could hardly believe because that was unexpected. You weren't expecting it. And that is why you could hardly believe it. So guys, you see, when you get a fill in the blank question, you're going to make sure that whatever you use to fill in the blank, it makes sense. It makes the question make sense. Sometimes too, they'll give you a fill in the blank with when you have parts of speech or you have subject verb agreement. It depends on what they're looking for. It could be homophones, it depends. But in this particular question, we're looking for 2 words that will make the sentence make sense. So guys, all you do, pretty simple. You just substitute in the sentence and see which 2 words in this case, make sense for that question. All right. So that is pretty easy. And most of you got that right. So good job, guys. All right, let's pull another question and see what we have. And guys, remember this particular workbook, which is on the Learning Hub Academy, it is interactive. So if you sign up for the Learning Hub Academy, you sign up for the course that we are working on. It's called the Rescue Course. Just sign up, guys. To sign up initially, it's free. And then you just check to see if this works for you. And if it does, then you can pay to get it. It's $20 per week to actually get this course, all right? But you can sign up for free and test the platform and see if it works for you. All right, we're gonna go to another, which letter does not go with the others, and then I'm gonna jump into some quantitative reasoning. Yesterday, I did promise that we wanted to look at some quantitative reasoning. All right, guys, look at this question. It says another, which letter does not go with the others? And we have I, O, A, B. All right, guys, I want to hear some answers. I want you to tell me why you think it's what it is. All right, so Candy Cane is saying A, Dello is saying A. All right, guys, why? Tell me why. Keith is saying I, Sharon Richards is saying I, Paulette is saying O. Oh my God, somebody's saying B. M. Trimmington is Trimmingham. MK Trimmingham is saying B, and B is O. All right, guys, you need to tell me why you're saying what you're saying. I, O, A, B. Gosh, guys, I thought that more of you would have gotten that particular question correct. Guys, I'm a little bit disappointed with this question. I, O, A, B. What's the odd one out? I, O, A, B. Keith is saying B, but Keith, why are you saying B? Trimmingham is saying B. Why? Paulette Williams is saying O. Keith 930 is saying I. Why are you saying I and O, guys? I mean, come on. So many persons. Guys, look at this question again. I, O, A, B. Guys, the odd one out. I thought you guys would have seen that. I, O, A, B. Guys, think about it. I, that's a vowel. O, that's a vowel. A, that's a vowel. Guys, the odd one out has to be the consonant, which is B. So I, O, A, B. B has to be the odd one out, guys, because all the others are vowels. Guys, so many of you got this one wrong. Well, enough of you got it right. All right, so guys, if you get that particular question, guys, that in the exam, you get one of those odd one out. That's a giveaway, guys. I don't expect you to get that wrong. All right. So guys, remember, when you see those questions, all you're going to do is to look to see what three of them have in common, and then know the odd one out is going to be the one that doesn't have that thing in common. So when we looked at I, O, A, B a while ago, we realized that I, vowel, O, vowel, A, vowel, and B, consonant. So it has to be B being the odd one out. All right, cool, guys. So guys, let's pull another one, okay? Let's see if we can pull a quantitative reasoning question this time. That was when the internet went last time we were on. Let's pull a quantitative reasoning. Something that you're going to have to work out with your pencil and your paper. All right, here's a nice one. They love to give you these ones. All right, let's look at this one, guys. All right. Guys, I pulled one that they love to give. Look at this number line question. Almost every year, they pull a number line question on you. Let's look at this question, guys. All right, I don't think we can zoom in anymore. This is a really nice question. Let's cheer it up. All right, it says examine the number line below and use it to answer question 24. All right, so we start with 0, then we have 1/7, we have nothing here, we have x, we have nothing, then we have 5, 7, then we have dash, then we have 1. And the question is asking what fraction should be at position x? What fraction should be at position x? So let's see if you guys can get it. All right, so what fraction should be at position x? All right, guys, what fraction should be at position x? All right, so when you look at this, number line, okay, I see a lot of you saying 3, 7, 3, 7. Guys, this is a good question because they love to give questions like this. All right, guys, so notice it starts. First thing you do, look at how many sections the number line is divided in, and you can see that it's divided into 7 sections. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sections, right? So if it is divided into 7 equal sections, that means this would be 1, 7, this would be 2, 7, this would be 3, 7, this is going to be a half or 4, 7, then this is 5, 7, this is 6, 7, and guys, you notice that this is 1, but guys, don't let them trick you. This is 7/7, 7, 7, or 1. Remember, 7/7 is 1, the whole, right? So this is 1, right? So guys, if this is 1, 7, this is 2, 7, that means the x is at position 3, 7. I hope you guys see that. So when they give you this question in the exam, you're going to look at how many parts it's divided in, and then you simply work these out. Sometimes you may see in the middle a half, but guys, don't get flustered, right? If it is 1, 7, 2, 7, 3, 7, 4, 7, you just look at how many parts it's divided in, and you work out what you're working out. Of course, this is 3, 7. All right. So 1, 7 here. 2, 7, 3, 7, 4, 7, 5, 7, 6, 7, 7, 7. All right, 7, 7 is the same thing as 1. All right, let's pull another question, guys. And guys, remember now, your ability tests, you're really just testing critical thought. It's not based on your curriculum. This particular book that I'm using, sometimes I'll use curriculum stuff to make the questions. But in the real exam, you're not getting anything to do with curriculum. This is the book that I'm using, guys. I'm using this particular workbook. So if you sign up on the Learning Hub, just jump into this book. It has a series of, let me just zoom out. It has a series of mock exams. And the mock exams are structured just like the real exams. So when you sign on to the website, if you pull up this book here, it's in your course, then you can just jump to the section that deals with mock exams, and you'll see mock exams that are structured just like the real exam. You have 5 mock exams, 200 questions at the back of this book to work, okay? So we're pulling questions, some quantitative questions from this particular workbook. All right, let me see something here. All right, let's see if we can look at a graph question. This stretches into another page. All right, guys, give me a second. I'm just gonna find a question that stays on one page. Right, let's zoom in on this one. All right, guys, it says which shape comes next. Let's look at this one. It says which shape comes next. Which shape comes next? Guys, what do you think about this one? You have this shape right here. You have this shape right here. Which shape comes next? You have this shape right here. All right, guys, let me see what you're saying. All right, what are you guys saying now? Boy, some people still in the chat talking about mothers. If you don't have a mothers, you won't be born. That question was gone. We gave that question a long time ago. All right, guys. So what are you saying right here for this one? Let me see the answers. All right, just post them in the chat. All right, guys, take a look at this. This has 3 sides. This is a triangle, right? Then we're missing an object from here. But the next object has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a pentagon. It has 5 sides. Then this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. So guys, you can see the pattern. 3 sides. So it must be a 4-sided figure that should go here. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So let me see what you guys have. So this would have to be the answer. This 4-sided figure. All right. Most of you said A. Yeah, if you went from here to the end, this would be 6, 5, 4, 3, right? 6 sides, 5 sides, 4 sides, 3 sides. Makes sense. 6, 5, 4, 3. All right, guys, we're gonna stop here for this evening, and tomorrow we're gonna pick up tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Okay, so at 6 o'clock till 7 o'clock, we meet online. And guys, remember, you can actually log on to the website. The website is Learning Hub Academy. Let me just pull it up on your screen. It's learninghubacademy.com. I'm going to pull up the website, guys, and you can log on and go to the rescue course. Just sign up, sign in for free. And if you like the course, then you can subscribe and pay for it, right? So all the material that I'm using, I'm pulling from the ability test rescue course, right? So you have ebooks, you have, hold on a second, guys. I just wanted to see the website. So this is our homepage. All right, so this is our website, guys. Learning Hub Group. This is our website. So this is our master website, learninghubgroup.com. And when you go to learninghubgroup.com, you can just jump over to our academy, or you can go straight to the Learning Hub Academy by going learninghubacademy.com. All right, so we went to Learning Hub Group. This is Learning Hub Group, and you can just click on the homepage, visit Learning Hub Academy, and it will take you straight into the academy. And of course, when you get to the academy, you just sign up. I'm just going to sign out so you can see how to sign up. So when you get to the academy, guys, you just click the sign up button, this button here to sign up. Let me make sure that you're seeing what I want you to see. So we're at Learning Hub Group. If you click on the Visit Learning Hub Academy link, it will take you to the Learning Hub Academy, or it opens in a new screen, so you're not seeing that. All right. Let me see if I can show you that screen. All right, guys, so I want you guys to go to the Learning Hub Academy and look for the rescue course and just sign up. It's free to sign up. You're going to actually get a day on the program. You can go through all the work that's there. You can use the ebooks. You can use the quizzes. We have a lot of past paper questions on the site. You can use them. And if you like it, then you pay to continue. All right. But tomorrow we're going to be here again at 6 o'clock. And we're going to do it all over, where we add, where we go through some quantitative questions, some verbal reasoning questions, and we just, help you get ready for the PEP exam. Let me see if I can. I want to share my screen, but I wanted to see the Learning Hub Academy screen, and I'm going to also put the URL in the chat so you guys can. This is it. So let me share. All right, guys. So that's the Learning Hub Academy. That's where I want it to go. This is it. All right, that's the Learning Hub Academy. So you can go straight to learninghubacademy.com and you can sign up, sign into the Ability Test Rescue course, sign in for free, try it. If you love it, then you get your parents to subscribe so you can pay for it. I'm going to just put it in the chat, www.learninghub.com. All right. So guys, I want you to just sign up. It's in the chat. I want the Learning Hub Academy. We have a number of courses there that you can benefit from. All right, guys, it was wonderful spending some time with you, spending my evening with you. And I hope to see you again tomorrow where we do it all over again. So have a good evening. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Get some sleep and wake up all ready to go to school tomorrow. All right, see you tomorrow, guys.